Welcome to the graduation episode.
Hey guys.
Last time we kicked off season 2 with an episode about the cluster of a curriculum offered at Xavier.
Total cluster.
And we're going to follow that up today because there are a few really awesome, badass students who overcome all the obstacles in the curriculum and they make it to graduation day.
And so they get their 30 cents piece of paper, Michelle.
And they don't just get a 30 cents piece of paper, Will. They get a ceremony. And today, we are going to give you an inside look to the Xavier graduation ceremony. So as you're working hard each day at this school and you're tolerating abuse after abuse, you can see what the reward will be at the end.
I hope it's good.
Oh, it's unbelievable, Will. As always.
I can believe that, yeah.
So we have here our official invitation to the ceremony.
Okay.
Now, just to clarify, Will and I were not actually invited to the ceremony.
No.
Fingers crossed, Will, I think we might make it to the 2022.
Yes.
Yeah.
When it's a supermarket again.
So the big event in this invitation is that the Prime Minister of Aruba will be the keynote speaker.
Yay!
Except she didn't actually show up.
That doesn't surprise me because she's a lawyer and she's got more sense than to hang out with these people.
And she's also a politician in a country that's going through a public health crisis. So instead of showing up at this Xavier public health disaster ceremony, she compromised, really good politician. She did a deal here where you can see in the photo, she showed up with her mask and Ravi wore a mask. Look at that.
Amazing.
This is a classic photo. This is probably the only time we've ever seen Ravi in a mask.
Yeah.
And then after she made her appearance in her mask with the limited crowd, she then recorded a video. And the keynote speech was her video recording.
Great.
And if you're wondering, why wouldn't the Prime Minister show up? How bad is COVID in Aruba? The Xavier graduation was August 14th. And if you go to visitaruba.com from the day before, what we find out is that 4 people died of COVID. Active cases were increasing to well over 1,000, which is a lot for an island that's only 6 miles wide. The positivity rate was 32%. And look at this. The government mandated no private
parties. Yeah.
Meanwhile, at our medical school, party on! Let's bring in people from all over the world, traveling from all sorts of different airports into a confined space with no mask and no distancing.
Amazing. Great.
That's how we do it at Xavier, quote, medical school. So anyway, Prime Minister was a no-show.
Surprise, surprise.
So let's start our ceremony. In honor of America, Canada, and Aruba, Xavier arranged for the secretary to sing the national anthems a cappella.
And where's she from, Michelle?
She's from Aruba, I think.
Aruba, right.
Yes. So everyone put your hands on your heart.
I remember.
Oh,
I hope he's not singing the national
that was
It was the worst time. It was the worst time.
Yeah, since he couldn't get a simple quote right, I don't think he was going to get the national anthem right.
Anthem of a country he's probably never been.
And all thy sons coming.
So maybe we'll stop listening to the national anthems now.
Sorry, where does that come? What anthem is that?
That was supposed to be the Canadian national anthem.
Wow.
which is why we have an advance apology to all of our Canadian viewers.
Yeah. I feel
we're
very
sorry,
bad.
We're sorry that you had to endure that moment. And on behalf of my fellow Americans, we're going to skip the Xavier rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. Y'all just have to trust me. It happened.
Is it that bad?
Do you want to listen to this again?
No.
No. So, yeah. So, okay, after that national anthem, maybe we need some inspiration, right?
We do.
So let's go to the guy who puts a give up sign on his desk. You ready to hear his inspiring words to the crowd?
About his 30 cents piece of degree.
All right, Dr. Debay, Chief Academic Officer, give us hope.
I remember
Why can't I work this up?
that year was of uncertainty, despair, a lot of anxiety on faculty and students, and we all converted to Zoom University.
Yay!
Michelle, look at all the flies around him.
Yeah, that's another sign of a graduation gone wrong when you're like ambushed by insects. And
We know what they say, flies around.
I applaud Debay because he renamed the school so aptly.
Doom University.
You know, in our episode 1, we were saying like we need to change the name of the school. Dubey nailed it on the head. I have no objection to calling this Doom University.
No, I agree. I know, totally. Maybe he could print that on his piece of paper that he calls the 30 cents degree.
But Dubey's not done yet.
Okay.
Yeah, let's give him a chance. Maybe he can uplift the crowd. Like
he can redeem himself. He can redeem himself.
This is your redemption moment, Dubey.
This is it, Dubey. You can fix this.
Do it. Help inspire this graduating class.
Fix this problem
Of our bright future. We see progress ourselves. So, class.
We can see the hope light up in the eyes of this graduating class watching Dubey. Oh, that's kind of the look I have as well, listening to that message of hope.
It must have been like that in the World War, when they had to go over the trenches. Like, off you go. That's that kind of expression, isn't it?
Yeah. Good luck. So,
I will say the flies have done the best job so far.
Exactly. Now, we have the students who get to speak. We'll start with the valedictorian.
Okay.
Let's allow her this moment to reflect on her memories of learning at Xavier.
At Doom University.
Also known as Doom University.
Thank you, Dr. Neelam, for being extra hard on us during those OSCEs. Many of us, myself included, used to shake before coming in front of you in that OSCE lab.
All right.
That's just what you want to hear, isn't it?
Props to her for being brutally honest.
That's just what you want to hear. Yeah.
And also
the most hated teacher.
I am so proud of this student because she has succeeded not because of Neelam. She has succeeded in spite of Neelam.
In spite of her, right.
Because you know what? There is no model of learning where overwhelming your student with anxiety helps them to learn.
Yeah, I mean, there's no where in any textbook would you find that that's a positive thing?
No,
you would never.
It's not. It's, you know what it is, Will? It's abuse. It's nothing but abuse. And you know what? The student didn't need to be threatened or abused. This was probably a very motivated person who would have excelled even further if she had been nurtured and supported instead of having a panic attack induced when she should have come into those clinical exams with calm confidence.
Yes.
So anyway, if you're looking for confidence to be instilled in you, not going to happen in Dr. Neelam's OSCE lab. Meanwhile, we have the student salutatorian. And I want to give her a standing ovation for this speech.
To passing through Dr. Neelam's very simple and not confusing at all diagrams on the board.
I salute you.
Amazing.
Okay. Another brutal honesty. But you know what I love about it? She's like conveying a secret message to the current students.
Yeah.
And what she's saying is like, Neelam is not that advanced cognitively. Like Neelam probably doesn't understand sarcasm.
No.
So
for sure. No, of course not. No.
All you have to do is speak the truth to Neelam and sarcastically put the word not in front of it, and she'll never figure it out. Like you could be like, Dr. Neelam, you are so not in any way a liar. And she'll be like, oh, thank you for that compliment. Like, Dr. Neelam, your diagrams are not confusing in any way.
But Michelle, this is amazing, because these two students, well done to them, fair play, great job. You graduated, and you graduated despite having the worst education that you could possibly have, and then at the end of it, I guess this is their opportunity to share the truth, and they've done it.
Yeah.
And well done to them, brilliant to them. And what's even more amusing is the whole of the world gets to see this.
Yes, because it's not only on our YouTube now, it's also on the Xavier graduation.
It's all over. Yeah, I mean, Xavier are proud of the fact that they can't teach, Amazing. Okay. Well done, Ravi. Like your crown, by the way.
So now we're done with the speech portion of the ceremony. It's award time. And I bet you're all wondering what our students have accomplished. Yes, I bet you're all wondering what the graduates should be recognized for. And we're going to give out a total of 0 awards to the graduating class.
Wow.
Our top honor goes to Mr. Ravi, down there in the bottom, holding up the silver plate he won from the Board of Trustees.
Michelle, what is written on that plate?
We'll have to go back and investigate that. But you know what I'm wondering, Will, is not what's written on it. How much did that cost?
More than the 30
for that silver plate to give to Mr. Ravi? And why are the students walking off the stage with a 30-cent piece of paper and Ravi gets a silver plate, holding it up like he's champion of the world?
I just want to know what says on that plate.
Okay. So we got Ravi winning the award for don't even ask me what, but he was not our only award winner. The other award winners included Auntie and Uncle. And if you're wondering what they achieved, they handed $1.5 million over to Ravi. So he needed to honor them for their, quote, generous donation. During the graduation ceremony, Auntie and Uncle were presented on the stage with their 3 children, and we got to learn the names of their 3 children. And they all kind of looked like 3 people who just got cheated out of a $1.5 million in their inheritance. And
which they did.
Yeah, I mean, how would you feel, Will, if your parents gave your inheritance money to Ravi?
I'd go and get it back, Michelle, one way or another. I'd go and get it back.
Yeah. Auntie also shared with us that Ravi's father was a school principal, which I didn't know about that. And Will, and this is actually how this episode got started. Will suspected that Auntie was Ravi's mom.
Right.
So I did some investigation. It does not appear that she is his mother, although Will sees a physical resemblance. But Ravi did call them Auntie and Uncle throughout, so I suspect maybe they are related. But then I Googled, and in India, it says that this term Auntie and Uncle is like a term of endearment for people who are older than you that you show respect to.
Right.
Especially if they give you $1.5 million.
Yeah.
So I don't think that this is like a biological aunt and uncle. I think, if you want to use it in American words, like a translation, in my country, when an older gentleman hands over lots of money to you, we don't call him uncle, we call him sugar daddy. Anyway.
Or Michelle, don't you call it robbery as well?
Yeah, we also call it that too. Yeah. Robbery, exploitation.
theft,
another
robbery.
option there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So anyway, so we Will and I actually enjoyed Auntie's 15-minute speech. And we have a little treat from Auntie's speech for you at the end of this episode. Stay tuned. Because
which is a meme, which has become a meme.
We're gonna turn Auntie into a meme. You all hang in there. You're gonna love Auntie. So Auntie and Uncle get their big awards, shine on the stage. We also get the Faculty of the Year award. It's like a clinical chair. One of the politicians in Aruba. And there was also some guy that helped with the construction of the dorm. One of the Board of Trustees members, Dubey got an award for what? I don't know. Actually, why are we talking about these people? Like, our viewers are probably like, why are we listing all these award winners? You know what, viewers? I'm wondering the same thing too, because this is a graduation ceremony.
For the students.
For the students, to recognize the students. So yeah. And then our final award winner is my favorite, George, the maintenance guy. And apparently George was the favorite of the chairman of the Board of Trustees. Because when George got up on the stage to get his award, he got a bonus pat on the ass.
Wow. By who?
You're all going to think I'm lying about this, right? But there's video evidence. Xavier put a sexual harassment clip on there for all of us to see. So our dearest apologies to George. He did not deserve this. But
so George is the maintenance guy of the year now.
Okay. What? Oh, he's the maintenance guy of the year?
Is he the same guy who walks around in a constant bad mood?
He's smiling here.
Okay.
So let's take a look at I don't even know what to call it.
Of your tireless effort and unwavering work ethic, without which you would not been here today.
Okay. Way to humiliate someone in public. Good job.
Him on the ass.
This would not be a Xavier graduation if we didn't humiliate someone as they walked across the stage.
Amazing.
Yeah. And we also thank George for taking one for the team. I'm just grateful that George was the one that was humiliated and not one of the graduating students.
Yeah.
In that sense, yeah.
Yeah, he took one for the team. I'm sure he's taken a few for the team over the years.
For George.
Poor guy.
Okay. Now, at this point, the graduates have been ignored for over a half hour. So let's just check in on the graduates, maybe see how they're doing. We can kind of see from their expression already.
Doom University is definitely showing its signs, isn't it?
Yes, Doom University is living up to its name. So let's span the audience and see how many graduates we can recognize as we go through the audience. You know what? Screw the graduates. There's more important people.
Oh, Barry!
Barry! Let's skip showing our graduates because we have to make room for Barry. Okay? So, attention students. Imagine that moment where you walk across the stage. Barry will be glaring at you.
The same guy who screams at you your entire training and harasses you in every way.
He's there. He's clapping. We don't know what he's clapping for, but he'll be clapping at your ceremony as well. Okay, now here's everyone's favorite portion of every graduation ceremony. It's the moment where we tell lies.
Yay!
Yay! So let's start off with the lie about Camp HP.
No, Michelle, they didn't.
Hard work and leadership. The school has obtained accreditation by the CAAM-HP.
First of all,
whoa. Can I stop you there? Wait. This is the same CAAM-HP who've put a warning on their website to avoid this place like the plague.
It is. Yeah. And if y'all want to read the Camp HP response, go to our breaking news, November 14th. Or go to the Camp HP website and look at their news advisory, where it will tell you, in part, Xavier's status of accredited with conditions is void.
Is void. Yeah.
Void.
And they've
And it
been
was void.
issued a
It was
warning.
void a year and a half before Jeremy said this at a graduation ceremony.
And they've been issued a warning, a public warning, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we got our, of course, great lie.
So that's the
Ravi-
first lie. Yeah.
So check out episode 1 where Ravi tells people he's a cardiac surgeon, and Jeremy will give a tribute to the world's greatest cardiac surgeon.
Come on, Jeremy, roll it out.
Founder of the Gift for Life India, and has been instrumental in saving over 6,000 children's lives to date by providing heart surgery to children under the age of 15.
Okay. Ravi, you're not a doctor. You're not a cardiac surgeon.
And you're not a cardiac surgeon.
You don't provide surgery. You might fund it, maybe.
And I think your swords, if you use your swords, you will have killed 6,000 children.
I know.
Don't lie, Ravi.
Yeah. So anyway, the lie portion has wrapped up, but not without a final word from Auntie. Okay? As we all know, Ravi's not a doctor or a surgeon. And apparently Auntie's aware he's not a doctor either.
Oh, Michelle, he's also not a president. But he's got his kit, he's got his hat. So we've got to give him that.
Yeah, we put a crown on him today. All right, so here comes Auntie. We're ready for her to be a viral meme.
Dr. Gupalapur.
Auntie, you captured exactly how I feel. Dr. Booplepore? All right, let's watch Auntie one more time.
Yeah, we need
She's
it
the
again.
best. We need you in our life every day, Auntie.
Dr. Gupalapur.
Michelle, I must admit, I've got this meme. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, please share it.
The best meme in the world.
You know what? I want to wake up every morning listening to my Auntie meme and reading a book of positive affirmations written by Dubey.
Yes.
That's how you start every day to be successful.
Yes.
Okay. So here's Dr. Rublapore, and we're going to get a reminder from him about why we're all here. Any idea what graduation is all about, class?
One day when you achieve all the success and become a rich doctor, do not forget to donate to Xavier alumni.
Ha ha. Ha ha.
Oh my God.
I love how the audience laughs at him instead of takes him seriously. It's like they're all realizing that they just gave him $600 in LOA fees every month and they're done.
Yeah.
Ha ha.
I've just been robbed. Oh, geez.
And look at him smiling like, I bet I'm going to rob him some more.
Wow.
Ooh, so anyway, if you're working hard, this is what you're working for. And before we go, we did want to stop. No more jokes, no more negativity. Very sad news. One of the members of this graduating class passed away.
Oh no.
And this is a student who deserved a posthumous doctoral degree at this ceremony.
Wow.
And the school mentioned his name 0 times. The salutatorian, though, remembered him in her speech. And so we just wanted to end this episode with those final words in remembrance of him.
One of these classmates was Artemev, who sadly passed away a little over a year ago after battling cancer. I wanted to honor his memory today because he hustled until the end and never gave up on his dream of being a physician. I know he would have been here today, actually probably doing this speech because he would have been salutatorian. For the people who knew him, he pushed us to do better and to always be better, our better selves. That's what we did by being here today, graduating.